Hello, my name is Bradley Jackson, and I work as a school counselor here in Denver. I also have the pleasure of serving on St. John Cathedral's vestry. Today, I'm here with two of St. John's youth, really excited to have a conversation about what youth group has meant to them here in this community. The youth ministry team has been thinking a lot about the past few years and how far youth group has come, especially in the midst of the pandemic, and thinking about the impact the pandemic has had on our youth. Now more than ever, it is so critical that youth have spaces where they can come together and feel a sense of belonging. So I'd love to hear from some of our youth today about what this community has meant to them. Addie, why don't we start with you? You've just finished middle school. What was it like being through the pandemic and having youth group here at St. John's?
I think through middle school was tricky for me. I had some stuff going on, and I think that youth group really helped me find a family in which I could really combine together. And even though the pandemic separated a lot of people and we had to talk online, I still felt immensely close to all these people, which I was able to create a chosen family, not family by blood, but a family that I could really choose.
That's incredible to feel that sense of connection and family, especially when we were far apart physically from each other. Thank you. And Tressan, you just started middle school. What are you hoping to get out of youth group?
Well, youth group, so I'm hoping that youth group, because it's mostly made up of kids that have a lot of experience with matters of Christ, that it can help me get a firm footing on my faith, and also, like Addie said, get a family to confide in.
That's awesome. Thank you all for sharing that. So you two may not know this yet, but the youth ministry team has chosen 3 new themes for your year this year, and they are spiritual growth, belonging, and justice. I'm curious what these 3 themes mean to each of you.
Spiritual growth, well, like I said, I'm kind of unsure about my faith, and I'm hoping that by reading from the Bible and talking about what the readings mean really in the modern world, that'll help me figure out exactly how I feel about that.
Thanks, Tressan.
I think that spiritual growth can mean a lot of things. It can be really connecting with God, but it can also be finding God in the smallest things that you can kind of see. And I think that it'll help, this new foundation will help people look into that.
That's awesome. You both spoke a little bit about belonging, but I'm curious what it means to you to belong in a youth group.
I think for me, belonging is like I said, kind of having a family that I got to choose. And I'm so close with all these people now, and I just feel so happy whenever I see them. And it's just such a great thing to have friends and family that you can always come to.
This year, with Justice, you all will be able to volunteer with people experiencing homelessness through St. Clair's ministry. I'm curious, how do you feel about serving the homeless?
Well, I'm super excited. I've wanted to be helpful for a while. I'm trying to focus more on loving others in the past few years. So I think it'll be really cool to be able to prepare goods for homeless people who need that, I guess.
I think that with the world right now, there's so many things going on and so many controversial topics. And so I think it's so nice that we actually, as young people, we have the power to actually contribute and help society in a way. And I think that encouragement and giving these people who are struggling in their time of life is really, really going to be beneficial for them, but also us. It's going to be filling their bucket and our bucket.
Nice. Thank you all. So youth group is a place where we can come and talk about all kinds of things, whether in our personal lives or things that are going on in the world. And youth group is a place where we can explore both faith and doubt. Tressan, I'm curious for you, what are some of the things you're excited to explore in youth group this year?
Well, I like to think of myself as a budding environmentalist. I'm really interested in ecological issues, and I feel like we'll be talking about that a lot this year.
I think now more than ever, that's such an important conversation. That's great.
I can completely and totally agree with that. I am such an environmentalist and care so much about social issues, and I think that youth group is a perfect place where you can go over that, but it also connects us together and connects us with God too.
That's amazing. You guys give me so much hope to know that your generation is so engaged and cares so much about justice in the world, and to know that you're going to come together and put your collective brain power together is such an amazing thing. You know, youth group is so unique to other opportunities you might find at school or other things outside of school.
No.
What do you think makes youth group at St. John's unique and different than any other group you've been part of?
Honestly, for me, youth group, and especially St. John's Cathedral, is just such an open environment where every single person, no matter who you are, can come and be together as a family and can share the same type of faith, whether it's like different religions or something. St. John's is just a massive, beautiful community that I'm so proud to be part of.
Well, I haven't had a whole lot of experience with youth group yet, but it feels like everybody's super happy to be part of this group from my one day of being here, and I really want to be a part of that, to be able to be part of this family you have here.
Well, we're so grateful that you all are part of this family, and I wish every kid in the Denver metro area had a space like this to be able to come to. So as a school counselor, I know very well that school can be pretty stressful and can present a lot of challenges, social anxieties, lots of different things. How do you think youth group at St. John's supports you through your middle school or high school experience?
Well, I mean, there are adults here who are willing to help us through a lot of that stuff, like talk us through it and that kind of thing. Not just faith-related issues, also school, social, that kind of thing.
It's so important to have a trusted adult that you can lean on and have as a mentor in life.
I completely agree with that. I think that the world is so constantly changing around us, especially in middle school and high school as you're growing up, that St. John's Youth Group can be that one constant where you can just kind of stay consistent in that way.
What are some other things that you would want to share about your experience in St. John's Youth Group?
I think that St. John's Youth Group is a mix of family, faith, but it's also just a lot of fun too. We do such crazy, silly stuff and like rambunctious kind of crazy stuff, and it's so much fun, and just it really makes me happy.
That's awesome. Thank you, Addie. And Tressan, what about you?
Well, I feel like Addie said, I haven't really touched on the fun element of youth group. It's like getting to be part of so many different adventures over the course of middle school and high school. And it's going to be like therapy for me, maybe. I took therapy sessions recently. But it'll be like that for faith and to get my mind off things, possibly. That's what I think.
I think that's such a great thing, too, to give you tools and strategies for navigating life, whether it's in your faith or also at school. That's awesome. What an amazing joy to spend time with Addie and Tressan today. They give me so much hope for our future, to know that there are youth as thoughtful and as passionate as they are, combining their minds with other passionate and amazing youth here in this community. So Addie and Tressan, thank you for being here today, and please come join us this year for all the exciting things that St. John's Youth Ministry is going to be up to. We're so grateful for all of your support to make this happen.